this y'all's first time seeing it played? I know some of you were in here yesterday, but have you watched it yet? Hi, Luna. Oh, you know what? I might need to turn this down a little bit. Ooh, I'm gonna keep it there. Hi, welcome back. Here's a little gift to start your day off right. Oh, I got a strawberry crate. Hey, thanks. Wow, so everything like regenerated. So this is my character. She's a bunny. And I love her. Okay. So we've got new daily quests, which I want to get done. I don't know if we can do the weekly quest, but that's fine. Okay, 4 gifts to any friend. Craft something. And get any 10 items. Okay. Why don't we go scour for items right now while we're chatting her up? Hi, Dragon! Oh, I'm Honeydew's boyfriend. She said that she loves watching you and I wanted her to be happy. Oh my god, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Honeydew. You are so lucky. Can we get some love in the chat for our new friend, Dragon? That means so much to me. Thank you so much. Seriously, that's so sweet. You are a great boyfriend. Oh my god. You know, baby, usually I say, you know, fictional men, but ugh, you're pushing it today. You're pushing it today. Incredible. I hope you're having a great day. Both of you. Oh, that was sweet. All right, so we do have the beach balls over here, but I still need the rubber balls. Oh, we got one. I need some of this stuff to do regular crafting, too. I got sticks. Okay, we got that. That's good. I can't wait until we're able to start, like, fishing and bug catching. That's so exciting. Yeah, 10 out of 10 boyfriend behavior. Kippa's gonna come in and say, stop online flirting again. And then I will force Kip to give me a smooch on the cheek. So it's all part of my grand master plan. Oh, God. VOD is allowed to flirt with us. She already told Kip. Exactly. Not my fault. Okay, I'm gonna craft my items. Oh, coconut. We put the lime in the coconut. Hi, Choco Cat. I don't actually know what I can even craft, but we're gonna hope that I can craft something. Oh, I can craft this fabric. Okay. Very good, very good. I'm so proud of my work. Chat, look at my work. Oh, I don't have enough. I need... Oh, no, I can do this one. I don't even know what I'm doing. Crochet Cat, thanks for the lurk and work. Absolutely. I'm so excited for you. I hope it goes well. I was the one that told you he bought me flowers and chocolate for our 6th month, and he gives me flowers and chocolate every month. Oh my god, I love that. Stop it. That's so cute. I'm telling y'all, if they wanted to, they would. You will find somebody who thinks that the sun shines out of your butt. Love that. Love that. Requests at this point? Oh. Well, technically I was doing it for my dailies, but maybe I was being a little overzealous. Okay. 4 gifts to any friend. I can do that. Hello. Oh, I didn't realize I was doing another quest. Cabins like yours. Oh, more visitors? Okay. Friends and family. Hey, come back. Hey, you. Hey, come back. Hey. Oh, am I supposed to be following you? Oh. But it's annoying that you won't turn around. Resources are limited. You'll need them to advance. Okay. So really, the dailies, I shouldn't focus on them. I should do other quests, and they'll probably fit into the dailies, right? Yes. So wait, can I decorate these cabins too? Decorate and customize them. Ah! Like Dear Mimian more? The better you decorate it to their taste, the better chance they'll show up. So we're gonna be doing themes? Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, I love this. I love it. Takes a while to find the right one, but we are long distance and he still finds a way. Oh, that's incredible, sweetheart. I'm so happy for you both. Definitely for the dailies. Don't stress about them. Okay. I'm one of those dailies person that I'm like, I have to get the dailies done. I have to do it. It's like a compulsion. Could I switch my house? Could I live there instead? What am I doing here? Okay, but hold on. In terms of gifting, should I be holding on to these? Well, no, I should gift, right? Because I need to level stuff up. A flower from that. You can fix a house and swap with your current. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great. Lauren, so good. I was telling chat at the beginning of stream, he's doing like 10 times better today. He's almost back to his normal self, like 98 out of 100. There you can see what Dear Daniel likes. Oh, okay. On my phone. So, well, hold on a sec. Where would it be under friends? They didn't tell me. On my phone. Oh, under visitors. Okay. 3 pieces of furniture must have Mama's apple pie. Okay. Yes. Okay. What if I don't wanna? I don't have enough. I need more seashells. Oh, I could get the chair. I need a lot of seashells. Okay. We'll be back. I'm gonna get some seashells. It's amazing. I'm not even joking. I love this so much. It's giving like Animal Crossing. The closest thing to Animal Crossing that I think we're gonna be getting until a new game comes out. I'm gonna go to the left side of the beach. Dragon, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Rebel? How are you doing today? We go around? Oh, ball. I know they're sand dollars, but I keep thinking that they're just regular seashells. And every time I see one, I'm like, it's Shella. Shella's in the game. Oh, it's not a mod thing. I didn't see it. Yeah, he's doing a lot better. Oh, it's a Gudetama! Y'all, it's a Gudetama with some ramen. Look at our sweet baby. Oh my god, he's so cute. Bye! I think I found the last Gudetama. Also, is there a mailbox over here that I haven't gotten to yet? Oh god, what are you? Found another one on this side, so I'm gonna just grab them while we're over here. He's just hanging out. I like this one because he has a mustache on. And before y'all say anything, yes, I do see the chest behind here. Gudetama. Gudetama. I love my egg boy. This is as close as any of us is going to be able to get to eggs. See? Our entire discussion. It's completed a circle. Nice. I got a fast pass over here now. Moon Island. Oh, it looks like a moon. Should I explore more? The only problem with games like this is that I get so distracted. Main quests? I don't know her. I don't know her at all. Oh, we got a coffee table. Do I want to keep that one for myself? Nah, I should probably do it for the quest. I should probably, you know, I should. It is. It's for the neurospicy. You're not wrong. Shella with her shrimp last night. It is a lobster. I don't know who the hell is lying to people, but that is absolutely 100% a lobster. Go add it to the cabin. Okay, well, I have 2 things to add to the cabin right now. Are we sure that there's not a fast travel area here? And I just haven't unlocked it yet? Is this one? That one? I feel like there's gotta be one over here. I'm gonna need a table. Okay. Does it have to be a regular table? What was that thing that I just got? A coffee table? Does that count? All right, so that's the cabin. Yeah. I just want to see if there's a fast travel spot. I feel like there is. Any table. Okay. One over here. There is. I found you. Beautiful. Oh, this is called Cozy Islands. Chat, you're a cozy island. Oh, I like the coastal side table. That's pretty. Oh, that's awesome, Rebel. I hope you have so much fun. Who is them? Who are they? They're just 2 octopuses. A magnificent ocean-themed chest is locked shut and requires an ocean-themed key. Interesting. I'm so happy that we can swim now and not instantly drown. The little guy brigade, they're just little dudes. Sand dollar chest crafting plans. I'm assuming I'm gonna need a lot of sand dollars for that. You won't get that from me. Okay, now we're back here. But in order for Mama's apple pie, I don't know if I can buy that from Hello Kitty's cafe or if I have to craft it myself. Well, in one of the other sections, there's apples. So, I guess we'll get there in time. Inventory. All right. I do have 3 pieces of furniture. He's gonna get a table, a chair, and another table. You want to move in? You get no bed. None. Sorry if you thought otherwise. Not today, governor. I thought that said island cheese. I would have eaten some. Nikki could never. Craft it? The Mama's apple pie? Hi. Can I use your stove? Can I craft it? Oh boy. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be an unlockable, but is this similar to Disney Dreamlight Valley where you have to put the ingredients in first, then you stumble upon the recipe? Or how's that work? How'd that do? Hi. Secretly a night owl. I have a question. Oh, yeah, will you change outfits? I want to see what your other outfits are. Oh, no. I want to keep you in the pink one. And press A, it can be confusing. Okay. Oh, it's just flour and apple? All right. Then I'll make it. Okay. Flour. Well, where's... Oh. And 1 apple? Okay. Easy. On a shelf, there's a flower for me to take. Oh, right up there. I can just grab it. Oh, neat. Just gonna snag this. I like how I'm stealing right in front of her salad. The pear is high. No, not on Feral Friday. Re-roll. Re-roll. How are you doing, baby? It's good to see you. Is it the resort gate? No. Cozy Islands. There we go. Re-roll. 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 What is... Oh. That's the wrong button. Excuse me. Coming through. Okay, so you said it was weird. I have to go up here and press A. There we go. I did it. Look, that's nice. Yeah, the baking is really cute. Do I still have to do something else in here? It's still showing an exclamation point. Am I under... Which thing am I under right now? Three pieces of any furniture. What am I doing wrong? I've got the 3 pieces of furniture in here. I've got the apple pie. 1, 2, 3. What am I doing wrong? Question. Help. The placing stuff? Oh, I wouldn't have even realized. I wouldn't have known. Paris, how's your Friday going? It should be fine. Do I just have to go back and talk to my Melody then? Is that what's not registering? Melody! Girl, you're pissing me off. Okay. Dear Daniel will love this furniture. Go add it to the cap. I literally did. What are you... What do you need from me? I did 3 pieces of furniture. Hold on, let me collect some things while we're here. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but I'm excited for it. I was like, for whatever reason, it's not going to be under these other sections, right? Oh, it's a hat. Oh, I want to put that on. I don't think we have No, we do. I didn't think we had a mirror in here. Is that it? Okay. I'm gonna change it out over here. Oh my god. Ah! It doesn't really go with my fit, but like, she is adorable. Look at her. Oh my god, I love her. Hold on, I'm gonna take a screenshot if y'all don't mind. She's so cute. She knows she's cute too. Like, look at her. Okay, so if that's not registering, does it have to be 3 specific pieces that you get from this section? I do not understand why it's not registering appropriately. Mama's apple pie and 3 pieces of any furniture. Show guide. Oh, no, that's just to go there. I'm gonna grab the furniture from my house and see if that helps. Or maybe I won't. Where is mine? Where's my house? Resort Docks. Okay. Oh, I'm over here. Oh, also, am I supposed to be gifting stuff to him for comics? Oh. No. I wonder if that's like a collection thing, though. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some of these furniture pieces because I don't know if I'm supposed to do something with them. Okay, pick up. Remove. Pick up. Remove. Remove. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference. Yeah, might be a bug. I would try moving stuff around, maybe. Oh no, you're so fine, darling. Yeah, I'll try moving stuff around. And then I'm gonna see if adding the other pieces makes a difference. I hope it's not a bug, because that would stink. I guess we'll find out. So what if I just put in the other furniture pieces that I just took out of my cabin? This is not gonna look cute. I just wanna... That worked. Okay. For whatever reason, that worked. But if I can decorate these, then... I'm gonna redecorate it then. All right. I want to make this look somewhat cute. Even if it's not, you know, fully cute. That there. I'm gonna take this. Oh, I'm gonna take this. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Did y'all just see that? No. What did I just see? A color? Remove place. No, I'm doing that wrong. I pressed a button and it looked like you could color something. This. Can you color these items? Oh, I guess it's just a pouch. Okay, never mind. I got really excited thinking you could color them. Oh, it's for clothing. Okay, okay, okay. I got so excited. Okay, I'm gonna take that away, take that away, take that away. Okay, still 3 items. Now we're returning to my melody. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's why I thought, oh, maybe it needs to be a certain type of furniture, but the game says any furniture, so I don't know if they were counting the ones that I got from chests or something. It's odd. Check what visitors like and make a cabin to suit them. Not all visitors can visit all the time, so check back and see when they're traveling. So this is kind of like the tent then for Animal Crossing. That's cool. Oh, I got an achievement. Unlock a visitor cabin. And don't mind if I do. All right, what else is on the agenda? For quests, yeah, I'm still doing gifts, which is fine. Meet the island beings. I have to talk with my melody about. We're doing other tools. Okay, I'm gonna do the main story quest then. Talk to my melody, which you ran off where? There you are. Hi. Hello. How are you? Can we not speak? Okay. I honestly just think one of the items wasn't registering because it was good once you placed the first additional thing. Oh, was it? Okay. I wonder which one it was. Maybe it was one of the little footstools or something. Quick, over here. I'm on a stakeout because I have a big mystery on my hands. These little creatures keep showing up, like the one that we saw on the boat. They're acting like they work here. I could really use some help solving this mystery. Need you to go into my store and take some pictures of them. Remember the first rule of being a detective. Act casual. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Okay. Let's see, let's see. So wait, where are we going for this? Any of them? Well, they were out in the water. Maybe I should go there. I don't know if that's gonna register the one on the boat, but I want to try go out here. Oh, they're in her shop. Oh! I thought she did mention something about her shop. How am I not supposed to be suspicious? Hello? 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 La Lady Panda! Thank you for the raid. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. What were y'all streaming? Y'all, if you're new here, hey, hi, hello. My name is Violet. We love playing cozy variety games over here on Twitch. I am obsessed with Animal Crossing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That's what I've been calling it. Yeah. I fear I am in love. How are you? You're playing Hello Kitty. Tell me, do you love it? You love it, right? Obviously. Isn't it phenomenal? Hi, Prim. Hi, Amola. Lady Panda, hello. You did tell the husbando you want it. You're like, now, right? Come on, TikTok, TikTok. It's so fun. I unboxed my Sims 25th birthday box. Cool! Played some Sims. Then you've been on Hello Kitty 2. It's so good. It's so good. Little Lady Panda, tell me, are you going to be buying the Sims 1 and 2? I'm so stoked. I told chat, I'm like, we're too focused today. I'd like to play it next week. I grew up with The Sims 1. I played every iteration of The Sims, and I'm like, 10-year-old baby Violet would be so happy to be playing this again. So I'm definitely going to pick it up next week, I think. I fear we have to do it. Luna, yeah! EA app on Steam. I don't know where else they're selling it, but yes, yeah. And it's coming with all the DLC. Ah! I'm so excited. So they have individual bundles for The Sims 1 and The Sims 2, or you can do the birthday bundle for $40 and it comes with everything. Sims 1, Sims 2, and all the DLCs. So that's the one I'm going to get because you saved $10, so. The console Sims 2, so you're definitely going to get the PC Sims 2, yes! Also, welcome on in, Potted Mama. Hello, hello. You're an EA creator, so you got it for free, and I have a copy of each to give away in your Discord. That's awesome! Oh my god, that's so exciting. That's great. Hi, good. How are you? Yeah, Little Lady Panda, what's your creator code? Plop it in chat. Plop it in chat. Correct. Besides IKEA. Hi, Jerry. Yeah, because Steven was telling me, Spring Sim, Steven was telling me this morning about the IKEA one isn't included. But I think everything else is, right? God, I can't wait to see Drew Carey again. I feel like I keep talking about this. Drew Carey was the celebrity that used to show up for, what was it called? House Party? Livin' Large? No. Maybe it was Livin' Large for Sims 1. So, like, if you threw a rockin' party, the limo would pull up and Drew Carey would come out and be like, oh, this is like the happening place to be. Out of all the celebrities they could have gotten, they were like, yeah, Drew Carey. Yeah, let's get him. Let's get his likeness in The Sims. It's La Lady Panda. Awesome. No, you're so fine. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm definitely going to use it when I purchase it. You vaguely remember Drew Carey? Yeah? You're so welcome. You didn't know that? It's true. It's true. Yeah, plug it, baby. Get your bag. 5% off Sims purchases with the creator code. Awesome. Hell yeah. You'll love to hear about it. These beings sure seem to have such a great work ethic. Hopefully not from under your bed when you're sleeping. Comic stand right away. Okay, are we running together? I guess we're running together. He had to make some money somehow. Pre-price is right. He had his own TV show, right? I distinctly remember one of the Whose Line Is It Anyway people being on that with him, but I don't think I watched a lot of episodes. Like, I remember, but I don't. A candle in the shape of a stove. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my god, I love it. He had a sitcom. I know I've been using yours, Violet, and Epic. Oh my god, Dr. Cat, thank you. I appreciate that. I freaking loved Whose Line Is It Anyway? Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady. Incredible. Dad was also watching Wayne Brady's new show. I don't know if it's on the air anymore. He hosted like a morning game show. I can't remember the title of it, but I love Wayne Brady. Oh yeah, we love Infinity Nikki in here too. Mm-hmm. Oh, was it literally called the Drew Carey Show? Oh, I thought it was another name. I feel silly. I'm literally here. How would you like me to talk with him? Thank you. Am I glad to see you two? I just thought these guys, oh, they're literally called guys. We're just eager comic book fans. Now they're trying to run the store themselves. We're being invaded by aliens! They love cleaning so much, they're even organizing your comics. Okay, so now we have to go find Karopi. This is really funny. Where is he? Do I have to go with y'all? I wanted to fast travel. Yes, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. That was the one. Hi, Z-Mom. Welcome on in. Thank you again for the follows, by the way. That was the one. Love Lady, enjoy. It was literally just called The Drew Carey Show. Because I remember the theme song being something about Ohio. Looks like the aliens do have them under their watch. I think he's just taking a nap. We need to act fast. Wake him up. Hello? What's going on? You're totally surrounded, buddy. Oh no, these are my new friends. They live here on the island. You mean they didn't have you under a spell? No, I took a nap while I was waiting for them. I guess they didn't want to wake me up. I still don't trust them. Well, trust me then. These guys are here to help us out. They can do all sorts of things around the island. Okay, buddy. Any friends of yours are friends of mine. So we met the guys. Chat. Guys. Guys. Chat. Cleveland rocks. Yeah, that was it. Aw, thanks for coming over in the raid, Z-Mom. Hell yeah. Thanks again, Lauren. No spoilers, but the second chapter of the Fireworks Isle storyline was wild. Is it good? That's the permanent one, right? They're called Knolls? Oh, I thought they were called guys. Well, now I feel like I'm being lied to by the game. The game is absolutely lambasting me. Re-haunt the swamp? Taco, I love you so much. I read that as Violet Ho. And I was like, yeah? What of it? Taco, happy Friday. How are you doing today? Cheers! Maybe that's my government name. You don't know. The laziest egg. You're a lazy egg. We're gonna track the progress. Oh, also, I want to see... Hold on. Everybody else left. But I want to give out gifts because I need to start giving out gifts anyway. So, the hell is this? Well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Oh, am I supposed to grab that? Oh. Where is everybody? What are people doing? Question. Can I buy that? No. Wait. Yeah. Chat, should I buy wings? Anyway, so did these things change every day? The stock changes every day for the store? Like IRL hours changes? It does. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Like, I didn't actually want to talk to you. I just wanted to gift you things. Yeah. I'll give you fabric. To buying the wings, etc. Okay. I love you. Taco, how are you today? I'm a confirmed cozy hoe and cozy bro, brother. Stop it. Do you get gifts? Yes. Come here. Come here. I have something very important to show you. Okay, ready? I showed you my weenus. Please respond. Sorry for just whipping it out like that. Maybe it shocked you. Also, if nobody else in school used to call their elbows a weenus, then I fear I have completely embarrassed myself. That was a thing. That was T left. Okay, well, I'm so jealous. I don't have wings in my shop yet. You're really cute. Part of me wants to just get the rest of the mushrooms and grab them. Should I? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So, it's gotta be in the... Well, where do you... Spooky Swamp? It's gotta be, right? Yep. Okay. 60? What do they need from me? Girl, can you get up out of the water, please? You're embarrassing me. I don't know where that stuff has been. Big in junior high for you? That tracks. People who didn't do it missed out. Thank you, Jasper. Y'all did it too? All right. All right. Don't embarrass me now. It was a thing. It was a beautiful, very confusing, also odd thing. How the hell did you get all the way over here? Where did he come from? These flowers are weird because I keep seeing these buds throughout the island, and I feel like they're gonna bloom for something. But I have not seen them bloom yet. Also, I can't remember how many mushrooms we needed. Look at the little guys again! There they are. Thanks for the follows. Welcome on in. Okay, I think... Yeah, is this a different section? Oh, no, I guess it's still part of it. Karopi is hanging out over here. Oh, so this is the top of the spooky... Okay. Ah, you see it. So that's going to be another visitor house. No idea what this is. Gudetama! We got another little guy over here. What do I need 60 mushrooms for? The blooms are something for later? Okay. Like, should I be not trying to spend my mushrooms right now? Oh, another Gudetama! Good baby, it's you! You're right between the trees. I like him. I liked his eggshell. That was really cute. That was really cute. You are ever present. You're always here. Everybody do the weenus. The weenus, the dance. Everybody is a genius who knows it. And I don't know what you're singing. Was there a weenus dance? Who? Yeah, what is that 40 out of... whatever something out of 60. What is that for? Okay, anyway, I think I probably have enough. So, I'm gonna go against my better judgment and buy the wings. Sorry. So sorry. Oh, I also need to go to the Gudetama board. Game changer on dropout. Oh. Yeah, I have enough. I'm buying them. Chat, I bought them. You know, I hope you know that I complimented your weenus in my blue sky. I loved it. I loved it. I appreciate you. May your pillow always be cold. Ah! I got shells on the top. I got a dress on the bottom. I got wings on the back. I'm a bat girl. Do you think Rhysand from Akatar would like me more or less now? I'm gonna say more, personally. Is it M Finder? Hi, welcome on in. Oh, it might be for my weekly. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I thought it was for something like super duper important. I don't know why. Let me see. It is. You are right. My weekly Island Explorer. And if you collect them, even if you spend them, like it still counts as collecting. So that's fine. I was 2 birds, 1 stone, baby. I'm here for it. Welcome on in. May your pillows always be cold. I'm a bat bitch. It's true. I'm pretty cute. I am. I hope that we get a cute colorway that's white and pink or something, because I don't really like the other colorways right now. All right, ads are gonna be running shortly, so I'm gonna do this. Oh, do I still have to talk with you? Oh, I found 6 Gudetama. Good, I found you 6 times. You still got a long way to go, though. Keep taking pictures. I'll give you a reward for every 12 you take pictures of. Just return to the sign. I'll be right over. As promised, here's your reward. Long live the egg! Chat, can I get some long live the egg in the chat? Long live the egg! Thank God someone's finding you. You keep getting lost, though. I like how the wings flutter, too. I like the animation to them. Hi, Possum! How are you doing, baby? How are you doing? Long live the egg! Look at the egg! Long live the egg! The Great Gudetama, number 9. So, again, are the comic books something I can, like, collect? I don't know what to do with them. You need to snap 3 more Gudetama to get your next reward. Oh, I've been ahead of the game. Hell yeah. Plan. Oh, see? Comics. Yeah. But I don't know if I can... Maybe I gift them? I don't know. Thanks for the follows, pals. We're figuring out a lot of this together. I saw a couple of YouTube videos that are like guides or like 15 things to do before you start playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Part of me is like, man, I kind of should have done that, but also I like figuring out things by myself, even if I do it wrong. Anybody else like that? Okay, I'm gonna save. I just want to be sure everything is good, and then we are gonna take a nice little break. That's cool with everybody. Hi, Aimless! What do you do in this game? Is it like Animal Crossing? It is. So you start off on a plane and then you land on an island and you have to unlock things on the island. So there's a clothing store, there's a bakery, there's quests, you are collecting things. It's very, very similar to Animal Crossing. It's basically like a life sim. And there's different quests that you have to do. And it's time gated. So you cannot time travel to get things. So there's like a certain amount of things you can collect and do each day. It's meant to play for a little bit each day. Or a lot of bit each day. But like you can't play everything in one day, if that makes sense. Can you battle in this game? What's up, Ludicrous? Rap battle? You could battle with your own legs when you're trying to swim, but that's about it. That's about it. Oh, let me just grab this. It's literally right here. Girl, get up. You can fish. You can collect bugs. There's crafting. There's cooking. It's awesome. It's awesome. We're here to watch you suffer. Oh. Land is a loose term. I'm the same way, Sandra. I just like struggling through it. I don't know. Maybe it's not always the best thing to watch, but I very much enjoy it. All right, pals. We'll be back in a few minutes. BRP question for you. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? Fridays are normally takeout night in this house. Are y'all cooking? Are you also doing takeout? Let me know what you're having for food. We'll be back in a few minutes for more Hello Kitty Island Adventure. See you soon! Baby girl is sleeping right next to me right now. I love my dogs. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. What are you having for dinner? Tell me. You're on a liquid diet. Respect. Italian. All right. Your usual gallbladder friendly. Ooh. Oh, that sounds yummy. Takeout. No idea. Takeout. Anybody doing pizza? I don't know if I want to do pizza tonight, though, because I'm like, you know. I might do a girl dinner. We'll save pizza for tomorrow night. Deep dish? Very nice. I'm going to Almighty's for dinner. What's girl dinner? Yeah, random things that you can find that like it's food, but not like a meat potato veggie type of deal. It's like a handful of M&Ms, half a protein shake, and a banana. Like putting like snacks together is girl dinner. Pancakes and home fries? Oh yeah. I love breakfast for dinner. That's so good. So good. Hi, Bex. Thank you for the work and lurk. Oh, no. How long you got till? When are you getting off work? You just met Raggy? Are you staring at his big hole? We're talking about Infinity Nikki, by the way. Defending the house from the mailman. It's tough work, Mom. Somebody's got to do it. And my baby girl, she got us. She got us. Also, I feel like I don't play a lot of games that need my controller anymore, at least on stream. Can we look at this for a second? Somebody gifted this to me last year, and isn't she beautiful? Isn't she just, like, look at her. White and pink everything. Oh, God. Shella! Did you feel your ears tingle because we were talking about Raggy's big hole? Shella, I don't know if you got this game yet. You will love it. I know you're hyper-fixating on Nikki right now, but I really think that you would genuinely love this game. Did you buy it? Are you playing it? Are you going to stream it? Let me know. Girl dinner's like toddler dinner. No, it really is, though. It really is. It really is. Where the hell did Pachaco go? Where's this guy? Oh, he's still in the plaza. How much money is it? It's 40. You can get it for the Switch or Steam. I got it for Steam because I want to play it on the Steam Deck. You need a controller to play, but I know you like controller because you've been playing with Nikki anyway. It's so good. It's worth the money. It's worth the money. It's something you can play every day. Like, hands down, I'm not sponsored or affiliated. I used my own cash. But in case you're looking for something. You need it on the Switch? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Also, pals, let me grab something. So my Among Us VOD, not Among Us. My Lockdown Protocol VOD is coming out tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, but Shella already has hers up. So if you want to see last night's shenanigans from Shella's point of view, I'm going to plop that video in the chat right now. All right. It is right here. So go follow / subscribe to Shella, her main channel on YouTube, and also subscribe to my VOD channel on YouTube. You should have seen us last night. It was Shella, Momo, and I sharing clips and sharing thumbnails. I didn't share mine because mine is like just pales in comparison to the absolute legendary Shella and Momo for their creative thumbnails. But I'm gonna get there. I'll get there. Maybe like 6 months from now. You would love to find a controller skin that's white with light pink. Yes, that would be so pretty. I wonder if Amazon has anything. I was just about to jog around the island. Is that where you find all your strawberries? No, the Knolls. Oh, so we do finally have names for them, the Knolls. I want to keep calling them the guys. Okay. Okay. Put this hat on a Knoll and they can help you out. There's one looking for something to do right now by my Melody shop. You mean the one that's right behind you? A collector hat? So they can collect things for me? Shut up! Hello. Oh. I definitely need more of this rubber because I am having a hard time with finding it. Your chosen supplies will appear in the collection box tomorrow. Oh, that's sick. Oh, but also why they don't want you time traveling. I got an achievement for that. Happy Hattery. Put a hat on a knoll. That's sick. So it'll just be in here. That's so cool. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, you weren't supposed to hear that. I thought you left. I mean, what? Hold my hand? Shell is incredibly talented and creative, but I didn't say that. No, you would never. You would never. I love that. My entire setup is white and pink. I love the razor accessories in pink. That's so cute. I just like rainbow colors, but man, I've been in my pink era lately. It just makes me so happy. Your controller that you got is Bluetooth PC and switches black and hot pink with color changing lights around the control sticks. Yo! That must be so pretty. Oh, that's really cool. This means you have extra time to exercise. No, I won't be doing that. Thank you. I have extra time to read. Okay, I have to keep talking to him. How many things do you have? The eggs you've been finding at Gudetama. Yes. Today I found one that looked a little different. It had a strange top hat. What? Find a photograph and I bet you'll get something incredible. Where is it? Oh, the laziest egg! It's not gonna tell me where it is. It's just, oh god, I don't do well with Where's Waldo type stuff. It's not gonna show me where. So, okay. I need to see who I've gifted items to today. How can I tell that? Oh, there. Daily gifts. Daily gifts. Okay, so my melody is done. Wait, daily gifts is stuff I receive from them. So how can I tell if I've gifted a maximum of 3? Is it just what I receive in return? Oh, I guess so. I feel like I gifted more to Hello Kitty, though. All right. Wait, come back. Come back. I don't know. Where are you going? Oh, you're just exercising around more. I don't know if I need to get... Yeah, I need strawberries from you. Okay. SMG, thanks for the lurk, baby. Are they? They're phasing out the... Why? Are they just done with it? Oh. I forgot that I don't actually have to speak to you. I can just gift you things. Okay. Tofu. Yeah, so I'm going to gift out my maximum then to everybody because I need to anyway to unlock some of these quests. I don't know if it's the smartest idea, but I'm doing it. Dragon just got me a purple controller. Oh, that's great! What type of purple color is it? I'm partial to lilac myself, but I really just like purple in general. Okay, this is my 3rd. We'll be good. Yuki, what's up, babe? How you doing? Nice, we're up to level 4. Story Quest: A Zipline Adventure has now unlocked. I'll come back to you later because I have to do more friendship quests. Okay, we're gonna go to Hello Kitty, then My Melody. Choco Cat's around here somewhere. We'll find you. Lavender. Lavender is so pretty. Yeah. You like purple in general. That's so fair. I'll give you a strawberry. I have enough. When I was looking for a new keyboard, I noticed they didn't have the pink option on their site. You can still get it on Amazon and at random products, but it's not how it used to be. Yeah, when they were loud, because they were like, well, nobody else is selling the pink product, so get it exclusively from us. That's so sad. Like, I'm genuinely sad about it. Because I really feel like they were a good competitor to, you know, like Logitech. Oh, I didn't. All right. You woke up, you can't decide on food? Anything you're particularly in the mood for? Should I hold on to the cake? I could collect some more apples, I guess. I really wanted to. Story quest. Journey to Chefhood. I almost said Chiefhood. I'll do 1 pineapple. Yeah, I've had a lot of Razer products in my time. And I feel like they were one of the ones that actually lasted a good amount of time, and I never had any problems with them. That's just personal experience. All right, so you're done. You're done. We need to find Choco Cat. I'll go over to Tuxedo Sam because he's just next door, and we just need 2 more from him. What up, Sam? I'll do 1 coconut, 1 fabric. You're too tired to have the options. I get it. I get it. All right, there we go. And here we go. The red. Ray, how you doing, baby? It has a lot. I haven't even scratched the surface, and we played this for like 4 hours yesterday. It's definitely worth the $40. 100%, it's worth the $40 to me. I couldn't either. I was the same way. I tried it on mobile, and I said, this is not for me. I can't do the controls. So I wasn't able to play as much of the game as I wanted to. Oh, yeah, and I have to do some gifting for you, too. For sure. Is it Katie? Hi, welcome on in. Opposite for you with Razer. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like the one that I've had the most problems with is probably Logitech, which is kind of funny because everybody's like, where did you get these headphones from? Logitech. I love them. I like them because of the coloring, but also because they're skinny. And I feel like a lot of headphones are just bulky on the head, and they make me look like I have a small head. They make me, I don't, you know, it's not great. But these are the headphones that some people will experience issues with that, like, they've hurt their eardrums over. But that's an issue with, like, where you plug in the USB dongle if you're using it with Bluetooth, and I use them wired. Went on their website. Razer now has a Kuromi line. No kidding. Omni, hi, baby. How are you doing? The kitty headset gave you permanent. No, really? Was it like a similar screeching or something? Yeah, I got you, Ray. I got you. Absolutely. I think that you'll have a lot of fun with it. And as always, if you're looking for something that's like the games that we've been playing recently that I can full on attest to. Infinity Nikki, which is great because there's no upfront cost. It is free to play. You can play that on Epic. You can play it on PS5. You can play it on mobile. There's also a workaround to get it on your Steam Deck, so I played on my Steam Deck too. Hello Kitty Island Adventure, $40 USD. I think it's phenomenal, especially if you like Animal Crossing. You will love this game. It's so cute. It's so cute. And the $40 is regardless of if you buy it for Steam or Switch, by the way. A Logitech is what you love. See? Honestly, it really depends, right? Razer can have all my money now. Dumpling Shorts is obsessed with your Kuromi sweater. You had wired? Wow. Wow. Can I look at it? Hold on. I want to see it. Y'all mind? Okay, that's adorable. That is so cute. The black and the purple. Oh, that is sharp. That is freaking sharp. That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Enjoying playing Marvel Rivals. Oh, very awesome. I still need to try that out. Unfortunately, I have been playing... Am I pressing the wrong button? Yeah, that was me. Unfortunately, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch still in my spare time. You know, sometimes you want a cozy game. And other times, you want to beat people to a pulp. I like having the option. I need another coconut. Yes. You put the lime in the coconut. Hi. It's free, which is the biggest plus. Yes, it is free to play. That's on Epic, right? I'm pretty sure I downloaded it. I just haven't played it. Yeah. Buying 2 copies of a game is rough. Oh, no, for sure. For sure. There is a multiplayer aspect of this game. I just have not gotten to where I unlock that yet, but I also don't know what that entails. So, unfortunately, I can't give any recommendations on that either way. Hello Kitty should be added to Smash Brothers. Yes! Can you imagine? Didn't they add the villager from Animal Crossing to Smash Brothers, or did I make that up? All right, great. We unlocked some more quests. Who else is in this area that I can gift to? All right, we did all these 4 over here. Where's Karopia? Okay, Choco Cat's over here. I'll go in, gift to Choco Cat. He's gonna be... Oh, do I not have... Do I... Where? You're there. Resort Gate. That's where I need to go. The villager is brutal in Smash. Is he? I haven't played Smash Brothers in such a long time. Such a long time. Oh, I only have one book. What else does Choco Cat like? I wonder, I go over to friends and I go to Choco Cat. He likes gears, books, and is it chocolate? I mean, I would assume it's chocolate for Choco Cat, but I don't quite know. So, I'll give you my book. I don't know if I can gift more to him today. Deli, thanks for the lurk, baby. Nuggets and mac and cheese. Are you gonna put the nuggets in the mac and cheese? Because that's next level. That's delicious. Oh, a tropical bench. I got gizmos from that. Do you want gizmos? Can I give this back to you? No. So some sort of gear, a book, and candy. I don't know what I should be doing. Oh, I can craft 2 more books, though. Yeah. All right, we're fine, chat. We're fine. I got this. Oh, the dead eyes. I don't know, Smash was never really my big thing. In terms of fighting games like that, I never really took the time to learn what the controls really do. I would just button mash and hope for the best. Imagine if Hello Kitty's alternate colors are her friends. I would love to see it. Casually throw a bowling ball in your head and act like it isn't a felony. Like what? I was just doing what everybody else was doing. I'm just hanging out here. I'm just a guy. Deli, thanks for the work and lurk. Happy Friday, sweetheart. Any plans this weekend? How Isabel will just nonchalantly ass blast you with a gyroid. Hey, maybe sometimes you want to get ass blasted with a gyroid. You ever think about that? Huh? Maybe some people out there wanna. All right? And we don't judge. We listen. We listen and we learn. Cropia's over here. Oh, I need to unlock this completely. Well, now I can get to him because I can swim. So I should probably focus on that too. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to gift to Karapi. We're going to gift to these other 2 guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. Need to see where I need to go. There. We listen and we don't judge. Now listen, do I listen? Yes. Do I judge? Not openly. Not openly. He likes bugs, reeds, and wood. That tracks. Do I have anything for you? Yeah, lotus blossoms. Hi, Cat. We love you. How are you? Get out of mine and Good's brain. No. Sorry, I can't. I live here now. Is there a story for Smash? Where the hell are you going? Get back here. Get your frog ass back here. I stopped using Instagram. You've read so much more. Oh my God, amazing. I'm so proud of you. It's funny. You stopped using Instagram. I started using it again. Well, I should say I've always been using Instagram, but I started posting again. Exclamation point Instagram in the chat. So if anybody wants to follow me, it's pretty much just a book and personal account. So it's not going to be for everybody. But I love that. I've reduced my time overall on social media and the internet, and yeah, I've been replacing it with books or video games. Also, I've unlocked the code. I mentioned this before, where I said to y'all, chat, I don't want to read as much. I want to do more of my other hobbies. You can! Put on an audiobook. This past month, I did not listen to any audiobooks, but Kip has a ton of credits for me. So, next month I'm going hard. I didn't finish Iron Flame from Graphic Audio, and I'm going to do the second book from Blood and Ash because that's fully out. Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I'm just excited. You're an Instagram. You believe this? Thanks, pals. You judge in your brain. We listen and we don't judge out loud. Yes. There it is. There it is. A bowling ball dropped on my head. You know? Tomato, tomato, Demi Lovato. Oh my god, we have so many pumpkins. Making you spend money you didn't want to. Yeah. Oh my, the ads on there in TikTok, they have targeted me. They have targeted me for the last time. So I don't blame you on that. It does. It takes a lot of time away from y'all being able to do other things. I get it. Rough. Yeah. But it's also... it's basically set up in that manner. Like, don't feel bad that their tactics, which have been proven to be true and work on you, you know? Okay, now where is this other guy? Where's this dude? If I was a dude... Okay. So I just gotta swim. Into the middle of the ocean. No, they have. Every other one is an ad. Even in the stories, when I'm watching the stories on Instagram, they do the ads like 4 stories in a row. I'll watch a regular story from somebody. Then it's a selection of ads, 4 in a row. Like, I don't get it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's my bad. Speaking of ads, our own ads are starting in 3 minutes. Hello? Is he just floating? Can I dive? How does that work? What do I do here? No, I can't visit him yet. Okay. Okay. So he's just living out his best life. Under the sea, under the sea, under the sea. I wasn't anticipating that. That ruined my plans for the day. Okay. So, yeah, and we still have several other guys to find. So we have him, which is unlocked, but we can't access him. We got these guys. Huh. Okay. I still haven't found the Top Hat Gudetama either. I don't know where he's lurking. You have to wait for global warming to dry up the ocean before you can speak with him. He will not be pleased at that. He will not be pleased at all. I'm really enjoying the furniture themes in here as well. That's been fun. Okay. Quests. We can open up the nature preserve. We can work on that one. We're still on the laziest egg. Talking with different people. Journey to chefhood. Oh. I wonder if I can make these. Sugar kelp cakes. Strawberry shortcake has got to be flour and strawberry. Pineapple stack cake, we already have that. Tofu bread, flour and tofu? I don't know about the sugar kelp one, though. I kind of want to go back. I kind of want to cook. Swim into the middle of the ocean. Do you scream there, too? Between the ads, then just the general consumerism of, oh, hey, look how cool this thing is. And I go, I want that. And I do not, in fact, want that. Exactly. Exactly. For me, if there's something I want, I wait at least 7 days. Because in the moment, I feel like I will be happy with whatever I get. But long term, there's so many things, especially the last few years since we've been cleaning out this house. It's like, why did I buy that? Why did I waste money on that? When I could have used money for like something that I truly needed, like a new nice pair of jeans that are gonna last me a couple of years that actually fit me. Things like that, you know? Yeah. They're so well targeted. It's bananas. Absolutely bananas. Pain in my butt. Okay, what did we say we needed again? Multiple things. All right. So the pineapple upside down. Okay, I can cook one of those. I can do that. Hi, side quest Bree. It's so fun. Did you play it on mobile? It's so fun. Okay. So the next one, I'm going to try it with a strawberry. You just heard of it? It's so similar to Animal Crossing. You'll love it. I did it. Strawberry shortcake. Oh my god. She's brilliant. Okay. Now, is this a sugar kelp? I think it is. I'm going to cook it. We're going to see what comes out. I did it. That's the sugar kelp cake. Okay. And then last but not least was the tofu bread. And I'm just guesstimating here. I could be wrong. I was right. Okay, so this is very intuitive. Yay! All right, one of the weekly quests is done. Awesome. Now the other ones, yep, still collecting mushrooms, and I have 6 more gifts to give. Oh, these are ones for Batsmaru. Okay, so I'm going to have to focus on him for the rest of the week, or just make sure I do it. That's fine. I can do that. Milk, hi, baby. How are you? It's so fun. $40 USD for Switch or Steam. You have to use a controller on Steam. It is loosely compatible with the Steam Deck. I'm not sponsored or affiliated. I paid my own money. I am loving it. I fear we have a hyperfixation on our hands. It's so cozy. It's great. It's great. How are you doing, sweetheart? It's good to see you. Hi, Rufio. How your weight gain journey going? You look, oh my god, thank you so much. It's great. I'm completely out of the woods. And now I'm just wanting to make better choices. And I'm so happy that I got to the point where ARFID is not like a death sentence for me anymore. And that I've been doing so much exposure therapy that instead of being like, I can only have this one thing from this one brand, it morphed into, I can have this thing from any brand to, oh, I can substitute this thing because I don't need it for its intended purpose anymore. So as an example of this, it was the milkshakes for me. And milkshakes were a big part of my diet and like gaining back weight. You know what? Hopefully no other time in my life will a doctor be like, yeah, add milk, cheese, any dairy product that you can to any of your foods because it's going to help you, you know, bulk up. So like now instead of having like milkshakes, I can have smoothies, I can have yogurt, I can have like, I'm just making better decisions overall, and I'm just really proud of myself. And we're still going, we're still working. It's never a I'm done. It's still a work in progress, but everything has been going really great. Really, really great. Thanks for asking, sweetheart. Yeah, the food journey has been awesome. Freaking awesome. Hanging in today. It's cold outside. You want to switch? It's 40-something degrees today in Boston. Hold on. It is. Well, it's raining out right now. 43 degrees in Boston today. I absolutely cannot pick something. You know what? I can talk to Hello Kitty since I'm already here. I might as well. Oh. Apple and some flour. Yes. I already baked this. Why are you making me bake it again? Yo, Jasper. Bree, thank you so much. I'll be honest with you. My weight has always fluctuated throughout my entire life. I, at one point, was over 200 pounds. So I saw that extreme. And then, obviously, at my worst, I was 87 pounds. And each of them have their pros and cons. But, like, if I had if I had the choice, right? If I had a choice for what I went with my ARFID and OCD, I would have picked trying to lose weight. The weight gain process was really, really tough. It was really, really tough. Really, really tough. But we've gotten through the worst of it, and now we're just on maintaining my lifestyles, you know? Now, they said apple pie, right? What are we making? Mama's apple pie. Okay. Coming up your way tonight. Oh, is that why it's going to be cold tomorrow? 80 next week? Is that normal for December? 80 and sunny here. Unbelievable. Don't mind if I do, chomp. Love you, silly. Thank you so much, honey. Hey. Love to everybody out there. I mean it. We're all struggling with our own stuff on top of the world stuff. And, like, this is... I would love to live in precedented times. So just do what you can. And sometimes you kind of got to stop all the wheels turning and just focusing on yourself for a little bit. And that's okay, too. I did that over the summertime. Y'all know we didn't stream for 2 months because I was in really rough shape. And, I did all my doctor's visits. I got myself sorted out, and now I can have a beautiful day with y'all. When I told Kip yesterday, by the way, nobody mentioned anything. And I think maybe at the moment it was nice to not be cognizant of it. But yesterday was the first time that I ate on stream something that was not liquid. I had yogurt on stream with y'all, and Kip was beside themselves yesterday. Like, so happy for me that I was able to get back to this level with y'all. December, no. January, yes. Did I say December? What year are we in again? February, yeah. Just about. Turned on the AC. It's stuffy here, but you live in Georgia. All right, that's fair. That's so fair. December, tomorrow is Feb. How about tomorrow is April? Happy April Fools, everybody. It's me. I'm the fool. Thanks, pals. Thank you. Yeah, it was great. And it also tasted amazing. So, please. What did I say? Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. Been 1 month to PAX. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm a little boring. I like vanilla Greek yogurt. Well, to be fair, I shouldn't say I'm boring. So, a few weeks ago, we did exposure therapy with yogurt, and I went to the grocery store and I bought 5 yogurts. I really want a Greek yogurt because it's the healthiest and has good amount of protein. I'm struggling still with protein right now. So I'm like, oh my God, it's got all the good stuff. So I got that, but I didn't know how the texture was going to be with my ARFID. So I got a couple of different other yogurt kinds too. Like, you name it, I probably bought it at that point. So we were taste testing all the different types of yogurt. And the initial reaction to the Greek yogurt was like, oh my God, I can't believe it was always this sour and lemony. But then I developed the taste for it again. So TLDR, vanilla Greek yogurt. Chobani specifically. Chobani used to be my jam back in the day, so I'm back on my yogurt bullshit. We're all fools at this point. Lauren, thank you. Oh my God, Kat, do it. I just got an email. You gotta get it before February 5th or something. Not because it'll sell out, but the price is gonna go up. So if you can afford to, I would get it within the next week. Will have moved by April? Are you in the process of, or are you still looking? Vanilla's your favorite, so you're not alone. I like it because you can do so much with it. You could put granola, honey, I crush up Oreos sometimes and put it in. Vanilla is great, obviously, for smoothie purposes. Yeah. But I always feel boring because I'm like that plain girl. I don't know. Sugar-free syrup? Yeah. Your go-to yogurt brand? Yeah. Y'all are making me want one right now. PAX? Anybody going to PAX in here? Yeah, T, absolutely. Absolutely. I can schedule something. When it gets closer, maybe a few weeks out, I'll make a section in the Discord and we'll do a meetup in there. You know, it could be like in the front hall by the sign or something. I'd love to. I know so many people asked to meet up last year and I met some of you just like in between my meetings, but I'd love to do like an actual meetup this year. I was going to say we could do a joint meetup with Jamie, but Jamie's not going this year. This is the first year that I'm going that Jamie isn't since we've been friends. I just got sad. I'm gonna miss her this year. It makes sense, because if y'all have been following the story, Jamie is saving up for her wedding, but before that, she's saving up for the move. So it makes total sense. I understand why it's happening. I'm just sad that it's not going to be a time that I'm going to see her. But did I tell y'all? This is very far in advance, but I am seeing her this year. Got to get my ass on a plane. We'll get there. But Jamie invited me in October, November to go wedding dress shopping with Mama Jambo and her sister Jackie. So I will be seeing her next year, or rather this year. It just won't be in May for PAX. Middle of the month and stuff. But oh, I bet. I hope it goes good for you, sweetheart. Really and truly. No, you can create your own character. Here, hold on. Let me go and find a mirror and I'll show y'all some customizations. That's a great question. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So Kip was like, we'll make it work with money. We'll make it work with time. We'll make it work. So I'm not thinking about the logistics right now, just like that I'm gonna be there. Okay. So this is my character, but you start with a base and then you can pick other attributes. So say you're like, this is gonna look weird with dress. Say you're like, Violet, I love birds. Okay, you can love birds. You picked the shape and now you're picking other little aspects about them. Okay? And this is for everything. There's a dog. We have the bunny. There's a freaking unicorn. You want to be like Lil Unicorn? All right, you want to be Chonk Master 39? You got that too. You want to be Lil Guy? You can be Lil Guy. Yeah, they have a lot. And there's a lamb on here too. So anyway, we're going back here, right? This is my character. So once you pick the ears, the facial expression, the mouth, you can do patterns on here. Okay. But also you get a ton of different swatches and more unlock as you play. So this is the one that we have. But if you're like, Violet, I love beige, I love pink, I love mint green, I love darker green, I love yellow and pink, I love a darker yellow and pink, I want goth bunny. You got so much on here. I'm holding out right now for a white coat with like purple or pink accents on it. So she's the one for me right now. I think she's the cutest personally. And I was going between that and Shat. We were going between that or like Little Guy. But I kind of like the ears down. But like you can't tell me she wouldn't have been cute too. You know, or like Demure. There's so much you can do. It's great. And then you get clothes and outfits too. It's awesome. It's so sick. Yeah, Jamie's amazing. Jamie's amazing. Okay, Violet, I like dolphins. They got that. They've got no aquatic animals, unfortunately. Chonk Master. Lesbian flag. Goth bunny. High poetry. It is $40 USD. It doesn't matter if you buy it for Steam or for the Switch. Just as an FYI, if you play it on Steam, it does not use mouse and keyboard. You have to use a controller with it. So keep that in mind. You can sync it up on the Steam Deck. It doesn't have official support, but it's fully supported. It's fully supported. And once again, I'm not sponsored or affiliated. I would have to disclose that. I bought this with my own money because I was excited for it. So these are just all my thoughts and opinions. Yours might be different. If you want to see like more gameplay, I do have our VOD up from yesterday's stream of playing this, my initial reaction. I believe it was close to almost 3 hours, but yeah, at this point, we've played it for at least probably 5 or 6 hours of gameplay, and I already feel like I can comfortably suggest it to you. Like, yeah, I think you'll like it, for sure. Plugged in, but it says 0%. Oh, no. I hope not. Yeah, go follow Jamie. You're so welcome. Y'all are so welcome. How many feet pics should you sell to get $40 to get this game? I would say one set because your feet are priceless. They would go for at least $1 million. So like one set you should be fine with. Oh, what happened? Hello? Oh, somehow I clicked out of the game. I'm like, where's the sound? Where's everything? James, how are you doing, baby? It's compatible with keyboard and mouse. That's so weird. Yeah, on Steam, the first pop-up you'll get is it requires a controller to play. I've gotten this with other games too. Odd. Odd. Maybe it's one of those situations where it's fully compatible with a controller and keyboard and mouse it's not fully compatible with. You want to test this out? You want to test the theory? Okay. No longer connected. I'm clicking into the game. Oh! Here it is. Okay. Then why did I get that pop-up for a controller? I wouldn't have been lying to you, I promise. Like... So I guess you can use WASD. Okay, but you're not clicking to interact. It's just all fully on the keyboard. Okay, so I guess that does work. I guess it does work. I'm sorry, Steam apparently lied to me. If anybody else buys it for Steam, can you let me know if you get the pop-up? Because I swear to you, a pop-up came up. And I wouldn't have said this for nothing. Can we get some L's in the chat for me? Poetry, I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, it's at 1% now? Okay. Cost more than 40? There it is. There it is. Ooh. When I got through Apple Arcade, I don't remember a pop-up for controller. It might have not been on there. I'll give you an F. Thank you. Hi, Dark Mimi. I just got the pop-up as I went to boot it up for the first time and mess with... Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm like, well, it told me to use a controller, so I did. You played it with the controller. Okay. Jasper's like, yes. I'm bald. You saw PC controls too. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Hi, Mimi. Thank you for the lurk. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Maybe it is Steam's fault. Okay. Well, remind me about that when I tell people that they need to play with controller, because they clearly don't. But it's good for accessibility and approachability. Hi, Z's, I'm doing good. How are you, sweetheart? L for lovely. I'll take it. Hi, Studley. How's it going? Steam's always lying. That nerd Violet. Oh. Why you always wait, no. Violin. No, now I sound like a violin. Violin. There. Stop fucking violin. Thank you for the follows. I promise I don't sing often. That's a lie. There is multiplayer, but I don't feel like I've unlocked anything yet. Because when I click it, it doesn't do anything for me. So I think it's something you need to unlock, question mark? I don't even know what multiplayer does in this game. Oh, hell yeah, studs. Let's go. That bald violet. It's me. Amazing, Mimi. I hope it's everything you want more. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay, what were we working on? I'm so distracted. I honestly should take a break because it's just at the top of the hour. Hi, is it Lily? Hi, my friend just introduced me to your channel. Oh, my God. Well, thank you so much. Welcome on over. How are you doing today? It's nice to meet you. Thanks for being out in Lurkland. That means a lot to me. Welcome on in. Chonk Master 39. You know, Listen to me. I would like to say it's myself, but it's a combination of caffeine and sugar. And by caffeine, I mean decaf coffee. And by sugar, I mean a lot of sugar. Now, keep it real. I think we're going to have to do fishing. So I think I would rather do that first when we come back from our break, okay? Chat, do you want enrichment? Do you want words with friends? I think I'm going to give you some enrichment time. I got to get it set up, though. You get a quest to unlock it. Okay. Yeah, see, One of our beautiful pals in here said, stick to the main storyline quest. And I was like, okay, I haven't. What's a girl to do if you've got ADHD? They give you side quests. I want to do them. You know? Is it my fault or is it the game's fault? It's by design. By sugar, I mean keep it coming, Stacy. All right, enrichment. Enrichment. I'm not going to forget to I'm not going to forget to start the game this time. We'll be back in a few minutes. Check in with yourselves. Do you need medicine, water, food, go to the bathroom, stretch? It's not healthy to be in front of screens all the time. So take this moment or a few moments to get away from a screen, okay? We'll be back in a few minutes. I will see you soon. How we doing? Level 13? Y'all are killing it. Y'all are killing it. The ads are just about to start, so I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna do some more of these together, and when the ads are over, we will come back. Montrose might be a good addition. Ooh. Hi, Crown. Welcome on in. Hello. Hi, Enchantress. Hi, Rosie Dampier. Hello. How are we all doing? Plop some highs in the chat if I haven't said hi to you yet. I think I'm all caught up with everybody. Hopes, hello. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. My beautiful friends. Hi. Bree, did you? You gotta let us know what you think. Did you buy it for Switch or Steam? Which one did you buy it for? Oh, I love it, studs. Okay. I'm into it. All right, so we're still on 4 letters. There's a fake letter and a hidden letter. All right, let me see if I can do it. Drum. No. Rude? That's rude. Maybe R is not. No, R is in there. What the hell is a berm? Y'all are just making up words. Lauren. Hello, Lauren. Welcome, Almighty. Wow. Wild that you're new in here. And, really? What is the umber? What is the fake? Is it D? It's got to be D, right? No? These nuts. Sorry. Scattered? Don't you start either. Don't do it. Vader Bell, how are you doing, baby? I feel dumb right now. Hi, On. Hi. What is the fake letter? I'm sorry, what is the hidden letter? U-M-B-E-R. I don't know what the fake letter is. Johnny, silly. You're not new. Willie, I like how you point that out just to silly. Rube. Bumper. Bumper, I hardly know her. Anyway. Burden. This words on stream specifically feels like a burden right now. Sorry, who are you? The D was fake. All right, everybody went. Everybody went. We made it. We made it. One more until our ads are over. Hi, Witchy. Hi, baby. I just saw you on my following list. You're incorrigible, you know that? Witty, how is your... I said witchy. I'm so sorry. Witty. My darling angel. How's your Friday going? Nice score. Was it 69? Nice. All right. Oh, God. We're moving on to the 5 letters. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. Toots? Yes! Take that! Take that! Stock pot. How do you do it? How do you eat? The soup kind of day? I'm feeling that. I am feeling that. Toots kids afraid to leave is Toot. Is Stoop on here? Oh, maybe Stoop? Did we put Stoop in there? I can't unlock it yet. Okay, wait. No. Stoop. There we go. I got it. Hey, Arnold? Anybody? Maybe nobody knows what I'm talking about. Thank you for not indulging in my terrible joke. You're so welcome. I missed it. Was it made of silicone if the D is... Stoop kid! Coots. Coots. Is that cooties? Toot. Yup. Stoop kid's afraid to leave a stoop. I know why I'm looking at this and I'm like, crock pot. It's not there. It's not. But, you know. Ooh, sock would have been a good one. Really? There's no sock? Oh, you know what? It's 5 letters. It's 5 letters. Witty, I think everybody is hanging in. Happy for January to be over. Am I right or am I right? All right. Pals, we did phenomenal. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your daily enrichment time. Welcome back to stream. Welcome back to no ads. We're going to go about an hour longer because your girl, while she's feeling not as bad today as earlier in the week, I am dealing with significant cramps because my uterus is trying to kill me. So we're going to hang out for another hour. We're going to chat. We're going to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. And then Violet's going to go toddle off and nap and read with her heating blanket. I feel enriched. Also had a bully girl who had a shrine of her victim made out of bubble gum. Not quite a victim. Not quite a, well, you make a valid point. And now I'm wondering if Helga was the reason I like to read dark romance now. In essence, she was a stalker. I'm really excited that I have something more to talk to my therapist about. Next week! It did, and we got it set up, and it's so good. It's so good. I'm lounging. I have that in the air, and then I have my page turner. I'm living the life. Because listen, I need it for when my joint issues flare, and I've got my gloves here. But even without the joint issues, like, I feel rich having that. What am I reading? So I just finished up my last read last night. I am going to be going through some, do I have my phone here? I read Passenger Princess earlier in the month, and it was a 5-star for me. And her name is, oh my God, what is it? Morgan Elizabeth. So I want to go through more Morgan Elizabeth books. And I found out that I actually had read other things by her 2 years ago. The thing I like about Kindle is that when you've read a book before, it'll be like, oh, you downloaded this in, you know, in December 21st, whatever year. So actually one of my other favorite books was by her. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go through her repertoire now. So I've got a bunch of her books on there. A new book came out yesterday, which is another cutesy romance story called The Comeback by, what's her name? Rebecca Genshak. I follow her on Instagram too. I'm in a cutesy era. I have so many more romanticies and fantasies I want to read, but I don't want to get back into that until I finish my reread of Onyx Storm. So between Onyx Storm and these ones, that's kind of what I'm into for February. I feel like I'm set. Then after Onyx Storm, I want to finish From Blood and Ash, that whole series. I have books 3 through 5 I need to read, and the 6th book comes out in June, so I'd like to finish that. I'm also in the middle of a couple of other series right now. I might go back to ACOTAR. I don't know. My TBR is never ending at this point. It's never ending. Also, I've been really into some mystery thrillers lately, so I might take a break from like all things romance and get back into that. Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, if y'all want to follow me on Storygraph or Goodreads, my things are there. I do update them regularly, but I just want to make a point that if you see me on your newsfeed, you're like, oh my God, why did Violet read 3 books in a day? I didn't. I will go through a few days of me reading, and then I'll sit down and put the books that I've read recently on there. Oh, this is. I love dark romance. Jasper, yes, baby, yes. Added points, if you can find, and this goes for anybody, if you can help me find more queer romance books, whether that be dark, cutesy, romantasy related, I would love to read more sapphic literature. And don't get me wrong, I love my fictional men, but like that's pretty much my sexuality right now is all women, fictional men, and the Grim Reaper from The Sims 4. So I really want to incorporate way more queer literature into the genres that I like. I know they're out there, but you have to like scour for them. I feel like the stuff that I see on my friends' feeds that I'm interested in is not that. So That's always bonus points. Trial the Sun Queen. I've heard of that. It's good? No. You recommend Jasper. One Last Stop. Sounds familiar. Specifically the Sims 4 Grim Reaper. It could be any Grim Reaper at this point. From The Sims. It could be any of them. All right, we got to find Kuromi. And Kuromi, baby, you are where? Okay, you're still up there. We got to go. I'm such a yapper today. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't think that y'all mind, but I still apologize for it. Thieves? It's a great graphic sapphic novel. Okay, okay. Grim made you laugh out loud. Hiya, Newman. The red, white, and royal blue author. Okay, I'm sat. I'm sat. I'm into it. Her series got you out of a several-year-long reading slump? No kidding. Okay, I'm gonna add that to my list. Yes, I love a book where nothing is what you think it is. 100%. I like being surprised. Hi, Trinity. I have not yet. Who was that little character? I found somebody in the ocean, but I can't actually get to him yet. I thought I would have to dive or something, but I don't have the capabilities to do it. Do you need something? Well, yes. Wasn't I supposed to talk with you? Talk to... Oh, Batsmaru, not... Oh, I went to the wrong place. No. Everyone luggage was... Oh. Sure. That's it. Chat, I'm starting to confuse people. Is he still at the stand? All right. Jackass. Women love women. Yes. Women love women. So, otherwise known as like lesbian, fictions. Silver, any, both, yes, all. Whatever you got. Yes, to all of the above. T, you're so welcome. Next to D while she's asleep. Why? Were you like gasping and you woke up D? Not for the faint of heart. It's great sapphic fantasy as well. Amazing. Thank you. Aloud, what the fuck when you finish the first book? She's your favorite character? Sapphic is a good term. Yeah. I always thought sapphic was the fancier way of saying like lesbian. I truly don't know. Listen, I was an English major. I was an English teacher, but I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I'm sorry. I love that we had to permit that lesbian. I thought you were American. Did you know that that happened to Jamie? I kid you not. We need to have a minute right now. Full on, please let me tell you this quick story. So Jamie is Lebanese, okay? Our Jambo is Lebanese. And she was telling that to somebody at once. And somebody was like, how did you know you were Lebanese? And Jamie was like, I always knew. And they thought that she said that she was a lesbian. This wasn't a DM on Twitter. So you know what happened? The person responded, said, oh, and then they blocked Jamie out of embarrassment. So if you need a good laugh, I hope that that really, really sent you flying. Isn't that literally the thing from Mean Girls? Is it? It happened to Jamie. Oh my God. It's so funny. It's so funny. Encompasses those who like women and don't identify as lesbian. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Which would be me. Yeah. That makes sense. God, if I had a choice, though. You know? If all of us had a choice. Poor thing. Yeah, yeah. There's Jamie again. Yes! Oh my God! Teach me how to fish. I don't have a fishing rod. Here, take this. You'll need 10 sticks, 3 thread, and 1 gizmo. Okay, the crafting table. I don't know if I have the stuff. I hope I do. Sexuality really isn't a choice because why do I like men when women? I know! This is why, though, like, when I say fictional men, y'all know what I mean by that, right? It's men written by women. They're the best. They're amazing. They're amazing. I did did not choose this life. In fact, it chose me. There we are. You're trans man, but very much sapphic. Yeah, yeah. And it's just a beautiful thing. Like, gender, sexuality, identity. I don't know. I just think it's a beautiful thing. I really do. Yeah, you think I want to like men? Derogatory. Is this man absolutely valid? Yeah, you crush on fictional men occasionally. Yeah. I feel like I have to talk about this, though, because if you look at my reading history, I feel like people will point at me and be like, oh, like, that's a heterosexual woman. Baby, no. Olsen, yes! Side point. In bear form or man form? Because for me, both. I was questioning a lot of things when I was watching my spouse play that. Because we got to him in our playthrough, but he was still a man there. He had not become a bear yet. Yeah. Choose to be one or like them, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. On the head awkwardly. Yeah. Oh, God. Y'all are killing me today. Anyway, I love y'all. I love y'all. And listen, I know some streams are like the way that they say things are different, and I don't want to get into like a world talk right now, but I really love that we have such a beautiful community of like-minded individuals. Like, not everybody in here is straight, not everybody in here is queer. It is a beautiful modge podge of people that feel the same way and feel the same way about like human rights and feel the same way about the things that we are passionate about, whether it be books and video games or music or I don't know, 90s TV shows that we used to watch together. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, am so lucky that we have gathered all here on this slice of the internet. So thank you for that. We listen and we don't judge. So how far does that extend? How far does that extend? The only reason I ask is because I fear when I watch the second Star Wars movie with y'all, I might develop a thing for Jabba the Hutt. I feel it in my bones. Whether or not that might be true. Martin! Hi, honey. Thank you. Welcome on in. Naked cult. Naked cult. What? What? What did I say? Under lock and key. Light monster. Oh my God, sign me up. Is there nodding? I need to know before I go into... Hold on. Wait. Before we get back to Jabba the Hutt. I don't mind nodding. I'm not like... I've read some Omegaverse stuff. It's not my usual go-to cup of tea. The only thing that pisses me off is that, like, if you read any sort of paranormal stuff... I was reading a paranormal novel, okay? With spice. I was anticipating that. Then out of nowhere came the nodding, okay? I'm not gonna define nodding for you. Okay? It's a jump scare for most people. If you like it, I'm so happy for you. But, like, I want to anticipate it and going into it. Is there nodding? That's not where I thought this was going. Go Google Jamba. Jabba. Is it puppet Jabba? Or is it that CGI? Just amalgamation. No nodding. Okay. Then I think I will add that to my list. Canarsie, hi, baby. God damn it, cat. How are you doing? How are you doing? Also, wait a second. Hold up. Hold up. Did I know that you were a streamer? Wait a second. Did I follow you the other day? Okay, I did. Okay. I got scared. I got nervous. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Puppet Jabba. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe I want to see Puppet Jabba in all of his glory. Hole. Am I not allowed to? Do we see Puppet Jabba's nuppets? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Again, I hope we do. It would be a delight. Okay, I'm very interested to see how good or bad this fishing is. I know a guy. Hook me up. Yes. Use your rod to cast the line. Press it again when you... Okay. Keep the white arrow in the center of the yellow bar. Oh! Oh no, this sounds like my nightmare. This sounds like Stardew fishing. I got it. Don't want it, but I got it. Okay, so I have to equip the rod. Chat, can I get some rod in the chat? No. This is one of those days where you know my brain is going much faster. I'm sorry, my mouth is going faster than my brain. Broad is what I heard. Broad or rod. Either one of those. Soupy, hi, baby. Yes! I hope you have so much fun. So much fun. I'm bi. I like man. One man. My man. But women? Women. I get it. I get it. I 100% get it. You love Stardew? Oh, baby, I can't stand it. I can't. I can't. It's all right, though. It's all right. We're going to do this together. Okay, we're going to catch a fish together. I don't remember which one I need to reel it in with. Y? X. No? No. I pressed the wrong button. What did I do? You... Touch it! Touch it, you cowards! It's never worked a day in your life. Do I have to re-reel it in? Oh, you can use bait. Okay. That's an absolute pain in the ass. How do I get out of this? Okay. I'm going to try this again. I don't know if I like the fishing. A little, you know? Why does nobody like my stuff? Oh, I could have pressed B that whole time. L? Oh, God. Okay, this is... It's like Stardew, but it's not bouncing uncomfortably, so it's not... It's okay. Not my favorite, but not the worst. Oh, I also got a sand dollar. It'll fight harder next time, though. Wasn't that great? It was something. I want to do more. No, what's a brain? It is, though, Bree. It's not the worst. It's not the best. I would give the fishing a solid 3 out of 5. I'm going to try it again. Because maybe I'll feel differently when I actually know what I'm doing now. Yeah, more challenging than Animal Crossing fishing for sure. Yeah. Jasper, me too. Me too. And chat is right. I normally will base a game how much I like around, like, the fishing. All right. Okay. So you're only moving the left joystick. I'm not moving anything else. So it's actually a little bit better than Nikki fishing. I'll say like 3.5. Now that I know what I'm doing, a solid 3.5. It's your least favorite? Animal Crossing is number 1 for me. Fields of Mystery is the same as Animal Crossing, so that's up there. I feel like my least favorite is probably Stardew. And all the others are kind of in the middle. Disney Dreamlight Valley pisses me off with the fishing. But it's not that bad. Ash, hi, baby. Oh, I love the Animal Crossing bug catching. Why? Is this the same? You like the fishing in Nikki? Ash, how's your Friday going? It does. It has fishing and bug catching. Jasper and Nikki, too. Yeah. Yeah, Palia? Oh, no. That was definitely at the bottom of the bucket for me. If anybody in here has played... Oh, is Faye in chat? What the frick is... Fae Farm. If anybody in chat has played Fae Farm, that fishing was honestly pretty good. That was pretty good. I loved Fae Farm. I feel like that was an unpopular opinion. Not a lot of people liked it. But I really enjoyed Fae Farm myself. Okay, now we have Zipline Adventure. We can do Nature Preserve. What else? Oh, Fish Noir. Level 11. Comic Relief. I haven't even done that one yet. Yeah, I should probably do the Zipline Adventure then. Going pretty good. Trying to climb the stairs. Let's go! Oh my god, that must be so cool to watch and go through an experience. Big no and paleo fishing for you. Yeah. Go follow Faye. What's the eco they've been playing lately? That sounds cool. As a fairy loving girly, that's so fair. I think for a lot of people, the biggest thing in terms of games is when you expect something and it doesn't deliver on that. And I think for a lot of folks, Fae Farm, which I attest to, did not deliver on the characters like the townies. They're just flat as a board. And the fairy aspect is very far and few in between for something called Fae Farm. You have to put a lot of hours into it until you hit the stuff for that. But I'm a questing girl, and I loved the quests there. So that was kind of what I prioritized and what I enjoyed. Apocalypse. It is. It is. We've played probably a total of 5-6 hours now. Highly recommend it. If you loved Animal Crossing, you will love this game. Wait, it's not even fast travel, but a line? Oh. Okay. I know someone that could help. I don't know. I just assume. Talk to Choco Cat. Okay, where's Choco Cat? Choco Cat, we need you. Until after she turned 1. Wow. Amazing. Catching the Whimstar things. I got you, Jasper. I got you, baby. Hi. Did you just come from outside? Oh. Can I have a smooch? Can I give Kobe a pat? Oh, nope. He's okay. All right. He just already ran up the stairs. He's ready for puppy lunch. Hi. Oh, wait. Come back. Wait, just really quickly. Jasper's here. Jasper is one of my friends from the book club. This is Dee's partner. But this is my spouse, Jasper. This is Kip. So you might be seeing them at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, this is my spouse. Yep. And if y'all are meeting Kip for the first time, they really love Baldur's Gate, and they love our dogs, and they love me, and their pronouns are they, them. Yeah. All right, go feed the babies. I know, I'm sorry. One more kiss. Smooch me. Which side? Oh, do this one. Get out of here. Love you. The Fember of chat. Yeah. I forgot we had a command. Thanks, pals. Oh, bean jam it. Bean, baby. I don't know if you change your username over or something, but I love your username. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Oh my god, that cracked me up. Okay, we gotta get the zip line ready to go. What time is it, by the way? All right, 3:30. Maybe I didn't notice it before and I just saw Bean? To be fair, I use dark mode on Twitch, which means that I don't see much. I just don't see much. Oh god. Let's get the zip line working again. Ooh, what are sparks? Okay. Spark crafting plans. Okay, but what's needed? What is needed for the sparks? Oh, that's easy. How many do we need? Is it gonna tell me? Oh, just one. Okay, well, I have plenty for that. Are you patting me on the head, Willie? Thank you. Thanks, friends. I appreciate that. I can't believe I'll have a 1-year-old as well as a 2-year-old in a little over a month. Oh my God! That's incredible. Did they interact a lot together, Ash? Phenomenal. Amazing. Let's go try it out. Okay. Am I coming with you or like where are we? Where are we going? Why are y'all having me huff it on foot when I could just teleport? This is some cruel and unusual punishment. Some? Oh my God, that was right. Oh my God, Bean, thank you. Yeah, that was the, that's the voice actor who voices Zayden Ryerson from the Fourth Wing franchise for graphic audio. And, oh my God, I gotta tell y'all this. God damn it, we got an ad going. I need to tell y'all this because I'm about to lose my mind. So, I'm going with Cat Attacks in Chat, and Just Another Simmer. We're going to a convention. I forget the month. August? It's basically in DC. It's called Once Upon a Con. It's for fantasy and romantasy. August, thank you. Unbeknownst to me, we're also going to a ACOTAR themed ball during that weekend. So I need a ball gown. Beside that, guess who's gonna be there? Guess who's gonna be there? Yeah, Zayden's voice actor, the one that got me a cameo. So I will be able to meet them in person. Kels, did you find that out? Who found that out? I love you so much. Say you're welcome again. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Yeah, me! Thank you, baby. They said the VA cast, so I'm assuming. Listen, even if not, I will speak with people. Jasper, thanks for the lurk. In case we're not here when you come back, we're only gonna be streaming for a little bit longer. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Say hi from me to D. I hope that y'all are healing up nice and well as well. Oh my God, so many pineapples. Okay, so I just flipped the switch. Ooh. Repair it. What an amazing piece of machinery. Give it a test run. Is that me? Oh. Are we going flying? Oh! Look at us! Ah! Interesting. I don't know why we would use this when we could just teleport, but like, knock yourselves out. Because we're already to a part of the island that we had access to. But like, I don't want to, I don't want to be mean about it. Like, these little guys are so happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the one to tell them. Oh. Adventures number 5. Yeah, they were. Speaking of, do y'all know who's gonna be on the Fantasy Fangirls podcast? Did you see the announcement? Rebecca Yarros herself? Is it this coming week or next week? I screamed. I was so happy for them. I'm so happy for the girls. No one was actually hanging on. No, absolutely. Yeah! They made a post about it. Check their Instagram. They made a post about it. Yeah. I guess it was something in the works for a while and they had to keep it under wraps and they were finally able to reveal it. So, it looks to be like it's going to be a live show. But I don't know. Hosting Rebecca's Stop on Sunday. That's it. Thank you so much. That's it. That's it. You want to get her books and read them, but you're broke? Hey, you know what? Library, saving up for things, secondhand. I feel you on that. I feel you. I get it. If you do, I will scream. If I do, I will literally have them record something for you. I'll be like, can you say a line to my friend Kel's? Awesome, thank you. Cameo voice did you do? So the mods got me a present for Christmas. It is Gabriel's voice. Gabriel, the voice actor who voices Zayden. That's the one that they got me. He is on Cameo. They are, excuse me. They are on Cameo. 5 dues of fireworks left. Spray his water bottle. Oh, is Willie. Willard? Make it to a library soon? Yeah. Yeah. Willard? Not the full government name. Other zip lines around the island. Okay. Well, maybe this actually will have me go to an area that I need. Energy pop. I read that as energy poop. Energy poop, chat. More achievements. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like seeing notifications in here. That's the only reason I'm cleaning this stuff out. The achievements are cool, but I just wish that it wouldn't notify you. God forbid Faye get this game. They're gonna go on a collecting spree. What did I miss? Tools? Fishing rod. Did I clean them all out? Okay. Added to the list. Awesome. Yeah, unfortunately for me, I know Libby is wonderful, but my local library doesn't use Libby. It's not part of the Libby network, so I can't use it myself. Here's the other thing, too, is that a lot of the books that I like to read are not going to be held at my library. If they were, I would side-eye them. So for me, the most amount of sense where I can enjoy my hobby, not be super wasteful, is Kindle Unlimited. It's perfect for me. It's perfect for me. But I know not everybody likes ebooks and things like that, so it's tough. It's tough out there. Oh, he does use he, him pronouns. I thought that somebody had mentioned that he used they, them pronouns. Maybe he, they? It came up during the cameo. Maybe I imagined that. Pookie, you don't know yet? That's so fair. Oh, that's weird, because this showed up in my inventory, but I apparently didn't collect that yet, which I don't really get. Okay, hold on. I keep pressing the wrong button, so give me a second. All right, so we still have this one, the missing friends. We're not going to be able to get all of them. The energy pop. Revive the oasis. Okay, can't do that yet. And I'm pretty sure that I gave everybody at this moment in time all of their daily gifts. Oh my god, I forgot about Cinnamon Roll. Where is she? Where's my little roly-poly? Did she just disappear? Yep. All right, so she's down on the side right now, floating. She's floating around. Which one of you queers is shouting me out? This side? I gotta go visit. Ear-piercing scream and a happy scream. A different one already. I love it. I'm sorry. It's because she was small. I'm sure people forget about me because I'm small. Maybe? Don't be mad at me. I didn't mean to. Don't be mad. Oh, do you, Trish? That's awesome. I might consider something like that. Got another chest over here. I saw something online, and I think a lot of people lost the plot with it, where folks were basically asking, like, hey, you know, try and support your, like, local indie stores and libraries and stuff when and where you can. But capitalism sucks. Capitalism sucks. I'm so grateful for my local bookstore that Jasper and I go to, that their prices are phenomenal. But there's another indie bookstore that I go to that's about 30 minutes away, and it's there's a big markup on the prices. So I totally get going to the library or doing online, like whatever you can to read, you know, especially now where reading is knowledge and knowledge is power. I would never fault people for trying to do what they can do. Even if they want to try and save a little bit of money, I wouldn't. I don't discount that. You know what I mean? Okay, am I bald? She was here. Where did she go? She's gone. She flew out of my butt. Where is she? I don't want to talk to you. Is she by the main area? I'm gonna just go to the resort plaza and hope that she's here. She's not. Where is she? You little... Now she's just flying in the middle of the ocean? What the hell is wrong with her? I might need a zip line to catch up to her. No, seriously, she just drowned. She 100% just drowned. Oh, no, no, she drowned again. I literally hate it here. Thank you for the hydrate. Yes! Yes! I just found out about that yesterday, Lissa. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. Canarcia, did you? Yeah, apparently I didn't want to see her. Oh, now she's in front of me. Oh my god, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up because I'm gonna miss out on this. Oh, I have nothing she likes. Tea, chocolate, or salt? What the hell is salt? Talk to Sydney and you shut it off? Was she yelling at you? Thanks for the follows, by the way. Possum, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know, babe. Fuck. Is it as of this year? Yeah, I've got it listed on my Instagram, Ray, if you need like a link. I think my story should still be up from yesterday. Cinnamon powder? Your favorite villager? Yes, there it is. Thank you. Bookshop.org. Yes. Just a couple of things. I've heard that like you have to use their app or their web browser. It's not being able to get instantly downloaded to your phone or your e-reader, Kindle, whatever. But there are workarounds, so don't let that stop you. Okay? Please don't let that stop you. There are workarounds to it. Was covered last year? Fuck. So sorry, babe. Damn. Thanks, Lauren. I'm gonna come back over here and see if maybe I can buy a drink of some sort. Doesn't seem to be working. Ah. Because there are drinks here, but I guess we have to fix some more stuff for that. Chocolate? Like a candy or something? No. What are you? Who are you? Are you a guide? Oh, this is the shop? Oh, this is the pretty stuff from the event. Oh. Cool. Yeah, so this is like a Lunar New Year. I'll buy that one. I need to explore more? Damn. I thought that was going to be something I could instantly do. Disappointed, but not surprised. I don't know. Sure, we'll do the lucky envelope display. I will Google almost anything for you. Almost anything for you. You usually don't have extra money. Gotcha. You know what? You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hold on. You know, if you're like, I've heard some musing that footfinder.com is a thing. You know, if you happen to stumble upon there, make an account, and get some extra money and able to do it, I'm just saying. Hollow Knight? No? Yeah, who is your favorite Hello Kitty character? Does anybody know mine? Genuine question. Do you know my favorite Hello Kitty character? If you don't, it's okay. You will not be reported. You will not be banned. But I want to know who knows. I want to know if you're knowers. Oh, I guess I can't go over where the rock is. Hi, is it Inez? Hi, welcome on in. It is unfortunately not Kuromi. Who said Kuropi? It is actually Kuropi. Yeah. I do like the one that looks like Snoopy. That's a close second. But Kuropi is my favorite. When I was growing up, I loved frogs. It was my jam. I would like to thank the Rainforest Cafe for making that possible. Like the green tree frogs. Babe, I had a t-shirt. I had everything. Oh my God. So naturally, along those lines, my mom was like, oh, green frog, she's probably going to love this. So I had Kuropi everything. I had Kuropi bedspread. I had like a little coin purse that went around my wrist. Kuropi everything. Yeah, so it's the frog. It's the frog. Yeah. He's my little guy. He's my little buddy. Yeah, the tree frog. I loved Rainforest Cafe. There still is one left. But it's like a 4.5-hour drive for me, which is really disappointing. Star, hi baby, I love that. Fire-bellied toad. Choco cat crappie are yours. My melody bunnies, yeah. Pom-pom purry. I know, Gudetama is so great. So great. We have a lot of Kuropi in here. It's clearly the frog. Oh, amazing. All right, pals. Listen, I don't want to cut our party short, but I got to do it. I am cramping up a storm right now, okay? We're ending a little bit earlier today. I know we've been trying to go like 6 hours, but your girl, she just can't do it today. But shout out to me because I didn't cancel, even with not feeling well, because I said, hell no, the rest of the week is not going to get me in its evil clutches. So we're going to call it there for today. All right? Okay. So just a couple of things. Why are you giving me a shout out? Just a couple of things before we say see you on Monday. Okay? Just a couple of things. Kuromi. Oh my God. Kuromi is a good choice, Jasper, for sure. For sure. Hey, cramps. Z-Mom. Oh, yeah, the Mall of America. That's the one that's the closest to me. Yeah. Oh my God. It's so cool. Every like 15 or 20 minutes, there's a rainstorm in there. It's just incredible. Let me actually switch over to the correct screen. I'm so sorry. I do this in case of raids. We'll be back on Monday. Normal week next week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully getting back to our 6-hour days, barring any interruptions. With the internet, with the dogs, with me. I don't really know what we're doing next week. More Hello Kitty, Infinity Nikki. I'd love to check out The Sims 1 or 2 at some point. But just a lot of cozy games, a lot of fun. Our Plus push is going to be starting on Monday. I'm going to be having the information for you in Discord along with my schedule on Sunday. So if you want to be the first to know, make sure you're in there. Other than that, that's going to be about it. I hope everybody has a beautiful weekend. Oh my God, Sapphire, thank you for the 100 biddies. Jasper, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Please, please, please. If you haven't already, you want to download Roblox for me. We have a few days left for our campaign. All you have to do is download it on mobile, make a new account, and potentially play for 15 minutes. People were telling me as long as they made a new account and registered, so that would be awesome. I think that's all I have, right? Anything else, mods? I think that's it. Yep. Happy January. Let us leave it behind, and I will see you on Monday at the start of February. Be good and kind to yourselves and each other. Have a beautiful weekend. And when I mean it when I say please be kind to yourselves. Please, please, please. Take some time this weekend to do something for you, whether that's a sweet treat, a book, a video game. You got to take care of yourself because we need you in the long fight, okay? Stop watching the news for at least 5 hours. Please. Please. Okay? We need you here. I love you. Take care. Bye, everybody. Thank you.